Welcome to the Every Day is a New Day show, Inspirational Message Monday. Here we are a little late in the day for those who are with us live, but it's awesome to have you here, and I'm glad to be here with you. And I hope you're having an amazing day. Feel free to let me know in the comments where you're joining from. What's going on in your world today? How is your Monday already? Hello to Helene, who's already with us. Good to see you, Helene. I am going to be sharing from a new book today that really speaks to the energy that I've been feeling flow in. And so let's get into it. And if this is your first time, what we're about to do is we're going to read an excerpt from a book, an excerpt that I was inspired to pull from. And then we're going to pull some cards to expand on the message and have fun with it. And hello to Helene. Good to see you here as well. And I see we have Texas in the house, and I believe we have Ireland in the house too. You guys are awesome. Okay, so let's get to it. Our excerpt today is coming from Flow. The Beginning is Upon Us by Jessica Keats. And Jessica is a former Every Day is a New Day show guest. I love speaking with her. She's awesome. And this entire book was channeled through her. And I think there's something I do want to say first before I read the excerpt. So lately it hasn't been quite the same. Sometimes I have chosen what to read, and other times I just simply ask and see what shows up. And then I do assess, does it feel right to share this message or not? And so I first just want to share that when I first opened up this book, I first just randomly opened without even asking, what is the message that wants to be shared today? Because that's typically what I would do, is I would ask the question and then open. And so first I just opened, and I of course landed on a page, and I was like, okay, well, that message was great, but that's not right. So then I redid it, and I said, okay, what's the message that wants to come through for everyone today? And sure enough, that's the right message. So I just want to put that out there, because that is an example of intention. That's an example of pre-paving what it is that is in most alignment for whatever it is that you're doing. So, when you set that intention first, when you ask first, when you intend, then the cooperative components, as Abraham Hicks say, can align with what it is that you're trying to create and receive and all of that. So what I landed on is chapter 27, The Road. It's this one here. So just a few easy paragraphs. And again, for anyone who just joined us, we are reading Flow, The Beginning is Upon Us by Jessica Keats, channeled messaging. And so let's get into it. So chapter 27, The Road. The road is never straight. The road is always winding. You are not meant to stay in one place or remain in one city or job for life. We have gotten sticky in our attempt to force past the lines and make something out of nothing. We need our ability to get up and go intact. Make no mistake, the world is now realizing the importance of agility and adaptability. This is not a coincidence. It is the result of so many leaders trying to break free from the confines of the straight, linear road that we have been walking on for so long. Make no mistake, the internet is not a coincidence. It has been born from great leaders who could see the path would never be straight again, and the future needed a way to work from anywhere, learn from anywhere, be connected from anywhere. For our paths, our destiny is about to have the awakening it has always been meant to have. Our path will never be straight again. This is what the truth, let me just adjust here. This is what the truth and letting go of the past will do for us. We will no longer need to hang on. We will never feel like we are stuck and we have to stay. We will move freely, rapidly, and without resistance. The road is wide and open and free of energetic lines stopping us. It is our own unique path, and it is drawn up in the stars. We are part of a grand plan that no human is meant to see. We are only meant to know we are a unique part of it. We are meant to move with purpose and glory and light and ease. Our purpose is waiting for us to catch on, let go, and be swept away to the reality that has been waiting for us since our birth. Our purpose is waiting for us to jump on and let go. To let go, we must let go of the sides. Let our arms rest on either side of us in ease. We must put down our shoulders and back as the fight is over. We must lay down our weapons, whether real or imaginary. We must forge the past, the hurt, the brokenness, and we must let go into the future, the peace, the freedom. We must allow our feet to meet the ground and our spine to raise up and meet the sky. We must relax between the earth and the sky as we were always meant to. We must let go and slide forward and let the energy surrounding us move us to and fro, up and down, and inside and out. And that is the passage for today. Chapter 27, The Road, from Flow, The Beginning is Upon Us by Jessica Keats. So, just from reading that, from hearing that, how is that resonating with you? In what way is that resonating with you? Is it possibly resonating in the sense of maybe you've been getting some, maybe there's something in your surroundings or your intuition that's been showing up as, maybe I should flow more, or maybe you're seeing the word flow more, or letting go more, or ease, or, the awareness of your winding road. And is there a sense of resistance to paying attention to those messages or insights? Resistance in, what? I don't want to go with the flow. I've got to do this over here. Or what? It's supposed to be just this one way. It's supposed to be this linear path. It's, there's a fixed way. It's supposed to be this. Or have you had ease around your own intuition about, this is speaking to me. And maybe you've been allowing yourself to ease into it and questioning it, but still practicing, playing with it. So are you in that middle space? Or are you already, you already are just moving with the flow, and whatever shows up is what shows up, and you are still feeling grounded and centered and allowing and at peace? You could be anywhere within that, in the space of fully resisting, in the space of fully allowing, or maybe is there something in between? Just a question, just throwing it out there. Feel free to let me know how that's resonating with you. Let me know how that's been showing up in your world lately. And I know it's been showing up in mine, and I love it. And I can speak, I of course have had my own experiences with all of that, right? And it may even show up in different areas of your life. Maybe some areas of your life you have just total ease and go with the flow. And other areas is like, maybe you're still learning how to go with the flow and allow in other areas. It's okay. What if it's all okay? What if it's all right? And the point is simply to learn from it. We can always take what we've learned from one area of your life, maybe the part that's really easy to allow and be in flow with, and go, wait a second, what have I learned there about being in flow? And how might I be able to apply it to this other area that's more challenging? Pull from your own learning, be your own guru, whatever. Okay, so who's ready for cards? You ready for cards? I'm ready for cards. Let's pull some cards. Okay, you guys are awesome. Thank you for all the kind comments in the live chat on Facebook. I appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and pull from some cards. I like to use the Mirrors deck at the beginning because it gives us some additional questions to factor into the insights that come through the reading. So let's see what additional questions want to come through. This is the Mirrors deck by Janet Starr and Jeff Rolland. And let's get to it. So let me just kind of resituate in this chair. Good time for you to also just center and align your energy if you need to resituate yourself so that you're sitting or laying fully comfortable. Okay, and let's see what messages want to come through. What additional messages want to come through for everyone who views today's or listens to today's conversation? There, oh my goodness. Okay, I'll get it. That card fell on the floor for all of our audio only listeners. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. First card up, blame. And that image in the middle is a finger pointing. It says, what is your blame game? And that's bringing to mind the phrase about when we point the finger, there's one finger pointing forward and 3 pointing back at us, right? We play a role in everything that we experience, whether we care to admit that or not. And I want to add to that. That doesn't, no, never mind. That could be such a deep conversation right there. Let's continue. Let's see what additional message wants to come through. Okay. Thank you for landing right here in my hand. Okay. We have acceptance. Woo! Yes, perfect. Acceptance. And we've got the image of a unicorn. And it says, are you feeling one with yourself? That is beautiful. Let's go one more. Let's just see. Let's go one more. See what else wants to come through. Of course, I see adventure and I see hope. And I love both of those. Okay, what additional message wants to come through from this deck? Okay, I'm not picking that one up, but it says curiosity. Let's see if I can read the question upside down. Nope, I can't really. So, curiosity. We can be curious about what the card is saying, and we can be curious about how can we accept being in flow? How can we accept more of who we are? How can we accept the road as winding as it may have been and allow that to be okay? Knowing that with each twist and turn, with each wind, there's something in that for you. Every bit of it is valuable. Every bit of it. It can be so easy to think that life is supposed to be this linear experience. And that if the road winds a different direction, oh no, now I'm wasting time. Now things aren't happening the way they're supposed to. Again, what if nothing is wrong? What if, no, you were meant to take that supposed detour, and in essence, that was the path all along. The perception is what was flawed, that it was supposed to be linear. And no, it's meant to be, we're going to swoosh over here and whoosh over there. And we can choose to accept it, not blame anyone or anything for the way that it went, for the way that it turned out. And as we acknowledge the unicorn that's right there on this acceptance card, notice that in the essence of acceptance, we are then being in the flow, we are allowing, and there's magic. Right? We all know that we don't know everything. And when we can allow ourselves to be in greater flow and in a co-creative partnership with the universe, right? With God, whoever you may see as your higher power, that's where the magic can come in. Because we don't have all the answers. So we have to gotta be open through allowing to let the answers throw through that other co-creative aspect. Okay, I feel like I kind of just want to see if there's one more. Let's see, one more additional card from this deck. Okay, heart. And celebration landed in my lap. So these are beautiful. So we have heart, and there's a heart with music notes inside, and it says, can you hear your heart song? And then we have celebration. Did you know that you can celebrate everything in life? I feel like we've just taken on a full journey with these cards alone, and of course the passage that we read from Flow. That when we accept the twists and turns in the road, when we allow, we actually get to the space where we can celebrate, because we found that, okay, I'm putting different things together in my head now. As you are feeling one with yourself, you are more in tune and aligned with your heart. And I do believe that is truly everything in our life that happens is ultimately leading us back to ourselves, which is back to our own heart. And that is most definitely something to celebrate. You being one with you, receiving and learning from every twist and turn, every nook and cranny, as it shows up, as it is. I think that was beautiful. I love that right there. Show's over. No, it's not. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to, let's pull from, let's go ahead and pull a self-love card. Self-love card from Louise Hay. See what wants to come through. And as always, if you're with me live or on the replay, let me know if there's something that I have, a card that we've pulled that resonates for you, how these messages speak to you. I see we've got some purple hearts in the comments. Thank you, Helene. And of course, she's saying one more card. Yes, yes, yes. We've got plenty more cards we're going to pull here. So what message wants to come through for everyone who views or listens to the live or replay of today's show? The card on top here is lifetime after lifetime, I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. Yes, you are. The back says, I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever from experience to experience. And I love that last part. Well, of course, I love the first part too. Okay, I love the first part too. You guys know that. I launched the Let Your Light Shine movement earlier this year, and I agree. You are a shining spirit, a beautiful light. But, or and is actually the key word that I see showing up a lot these days. And. It's not either or, it's and. Okay, so reflecting back on the back of the card, I will go on forever from experience to experience. And what if rather than seeing the winding road as something with a beginning and an end, we see it as one experience that leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to another. And literally there is no end because you are eternal. You are eternal. And you will go on. Life will go on. Yeah, there's like components of different thoughts and different things that I've recently read that are like wanting to enter in, but when they seem like a coherent thought, that I'll be able to share them. So just that's what's going on with the pause here. Okay, I want to highlight this one. I don't know, just for some reason wanted to pull this one. It says, I am grateful for all the wonderful things in my world. The back says, I express gratitude to the universe often, knowing that my thoughts are heard and appreciated. And I want to say, are you expressing gratitude? Are you expressing gratitude for yourself? For the way that you allow yourself to learn and to receive and to be at ease with yourself, maybe in ways that you haven't been at other times. I will leave that there. Just breathe that in. Allow, receive, loving yourself. And let's pull from next. Let's pull from the self-care deck. Cheryl Richardson's self-care cards. Okay, let's see what message wants to come through. What message wants to come through for everyone who listens to That was weird. I thought one came out. Okay. Time. Schedule a sacred date with yourself. You deserve time for your life. Beautiful. I love it. Are you scheduling time for yourself? Are you taking time to be grateful for each wind and turn in the road? And allow yourself to breathe. Pause for a moment. Be grateful not only for the journey, but just you getting to be present, experience that. Experience it fully within yourself, within your body. Breathing in the energy. I hope this is resonating. Breathing in the energy of the fullness, the expansiveness of the experience of where you've been to where you are now at that moment, right? Let's say you've got a winding road that's going to, and I'm using this as a metaphor, and actually, I mean, I believe this is true, right? From the beginning of your life to the end of your life, I mean, that's one really massive, long, winding road. And so the thought sort of just left. So I'm going to let that be. Okay, this one's standing out. Take a walk. Let the beauty of nature feed your soul. And the back says nature. Actually, the front says nature. Take a walk. That take a walk was really standing out. Okay, let's see if there's one more from this deck that wants to come out. What additional self-care message wants to come through? There we go. Ooh, we have power. The back says, own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So what I love about this, let me show you the back as well. There we go. What I love about this is going back to what I was saying a moment ago about allowing in the expansive energy of just receiving and being one with the experience allows you to own your power, to begin to tune into that and really feel a connection with that versus going, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds right. Yeah, I choose to own my power from a mental space versus from a fully receiving, embodied, deep inner knowing space. And to just further describe the image that's on this card, so you can see, of course, the lady walking out, and of course there's lightning, and there's a big mess of lightning, and she's powerful. I mean, that's what that's exuding. But also in front of the card, it looks like a piece of paper, and inside the paper is a flower and a butterfly. And so to me, that's more of that opening up and receiving and blossoming as you are accepting and allowing and choosing to be one with your true birthright of being the powerful creator that you are, the powerful being that you are. So I hope that connects the dots for anyone who maybe didn't quite understand what I was saying when I was talking about bringing in that expansive energy, allowing the expansiveness of you've been on your journey from start to, let's just say, the ending of one experience, which is always the beginning of the next, right? And allowing yourself to pause. You've learned from it. And just be present with that and receive that. And not only be grateful for the experience, but be loving yourself in the process of that, the totality of that. I see a pattern of people leaving themselves out of things, not giving themselves enough credit. And I'm going to even say self-respect. You don't just go from experience to experience and then you learn from it. Again, the words are what I know exactly what I mean, and the words are still coming together for this conversation. So we'll see if they want to come together further as we could move on to more cards. But yeah, so there's a lot there. And this may be for you to fill in the blanks there, because I trust that you are receiving this message as it's flowing through. Right? What is true for one is not true for another. I don't know. I don't know. There's I don't know. It's interesting right now. Okay, let's see here. Let's break up some of this with the Rebel deck. The Rebel deck, the Oracle with Attitude, which if you have just me being responsible here, if you have children around or anyone with sensitive ears, this card has curse words on it. So I won't be saying them out loud, but I will be showing them on screen, and I'll use an alternate version for everyone who is listening. So let's see what additional message wants to come through. I always laugh when I bring this deck out. Okay, this is fun. Okay, let's see what message wants to come through the Rebel deck. What message wants, okay. One card flipped over. These are so slippery. Let's see here. Oh, I love this. Okay, we have, you are talented and effing amazing. You are talented and effing amazing. The back says, love it. The back says, the world needs your power. Use your voice. Don't just use it for dumb-ish. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb-ish. Love it. Okay, we're going to see if there's one more from this deck. What additional message wants to come through for everyone who is part of this conversation? Stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up. You are missing some cool-ish. Okay, I think that's it from this deck. Okay, let's see. And if you haven't noticed, I'm getting better at putting my decks away while we're in the middle of this, which is very helpful to me. Let's pull from, we're going to pull from my deck. We're going to pull from Kimmy's Rolodex deck. Okay, it looks like these messages are speaking to someone who is with us today, and that is always good to know. Just doing an extra knock on the deck. Okay, so let's see what additional messages want to come through to expand on our message of being in flow with the road, accepting, allowing, and being at one with your own power, using your voice. What additional message wants to come through for everybody? As you're also being present with your own intuition. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, a bunch came out, and I'm just going to highlight this one. Infinity. You are eternal, right? You will go on. Okay. I'm going to go back to shuffling the deck. Let's see what additional message wants to come through. Okay, there's two that just fell out. So let's see what these are. Oh, nice. Okay, so good. Okay, we have release resistance in any area of your life to receive more flow in the area you desire to experience flow. I love it. And we have, why not? Why not? You know what's so funny too is that actually earlier when the Infinity card came out, the why card came out. I have one that also just says why question mark. And I was like, no. And now here we are with why not? Why not? So if you find yourself asking why not? Why not? And we're not always meant to know the why. We're not always meant to know the why. And why am I saying this? We're not always meant to know the why up front. And that's where the hindsight is 2020 or can be 2020. You're not always meant to know the why because sometimes it's about learning and practicing faith. Having faith and trusting. That's why. That's why we're not always meant to know the why. Or the how, right? We could apply that different ways. Okay, let's see here. How we doing? Look at that. Already 30 minutes in. Let's begin to pull some angel cards now. So let's do that. Let's pull. I'm going to pull from this deck first. Let's see here. I think this was my very first angel deck. Okay, let's see what additional message wants to come through. Again, thank you all for being here today. And just a quick reminder to breathe. Remember to breathe. Take slow, deep breaths in. That's another way to be tuning back into flow in your life, is allowing your breath to flow fully and deeply through you. And as you breathe in, breathing in that expansive energy of an experience you may have just encountered or just, been through. Maybe it felt like that was such a rich, deep experience. Oh, I really, I want to say savor. And as I say savor, you may be going, Kim, I don't want to savor that. I don't want to live through that again. That's not what I mean. Savor the richness of the experience in terms of who you became in the process, of that experience from just start to finish of that experience. Maybe that twist in your road as it was winding. Savor the fullness of that. You just went through a very rich, deep experience, whatever it may be, and allow yourself to fully receive that versus denying or resisting any component of it, which is then not allowing you to fully expand into the fullness that is available to you now because you made it around that bend in the road. Does that make sense? Let me know. We're talking about fully receiving the gift of the experience that you had, the wind in your road. So I hope that is making sense. Okay, we have a card here. Let's see here. Didn't this just came out? I feel like this came out recently. We have Archangel Raphael. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. I was just reading an excerpt from Eliyahu Gion's book, The Laughing Billionaire. That's what it's called. And he was just wonderfully explaining again about how, people who are, are here or on the path to being a healer or here to, solving certain challenges for people first are on the other end of that first. We all know that, right? We all know that from experience. And it's a really good reminder that when you have these massive twists and turns in your winding road, your life path road, it can be so easy to go, oh my goodness, what's happening here? This feels chaotic. There's something wrong with this. And when you allow yourself to move through it, grow through it, learn from it, you're now on the other side where you're not the same person that you were before. You not only learned how to navigate your own way through that, but now can do that for others. So that's what wanted to come through this one. Archangel Raphael. And when you see images, you also can just simply breathe into an image. So if this is really resonating for you, feel free to take a moment to take a deep breath as you breathe into the energy here of Archangel Raphael and just receive. Again, you don't have to understand everything, but simply breathe and allow it in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll see if there's an additional one from this deck that wants to come through. Oh, hello. Yes, there is. We have Adriana, and this is I just love this image. Adriana looks like this. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Wow. Is that resonating for anybody there? And Adriana is lighting the way up the staircase, placing her hand back, reaching out to two little children. And we can be seen as those two little children, right? Sometimes feeling like, where am I going? What's happening here? The road is twisting and turning. I could use some assistance, some guidance. And sometimes we have a tendency, when we keep questioning the path that we're on, have a tendency to think, oh no, I don't have any help. I don't know what to do next, right? Being in that space of not fully understanding why something's happening and maybe holding back versus letting go, trusting, and allowing ourselves to flow forward through the bits of guidance we have already received. And if we remember that we are in co-creative partnership with God, with the universe, we always have what we need to move forward. And our job is simply to allow ourselves to flow forward through taking that action. And at the bottom of the card, I don't know if you noticed, there's a castle here, reminding me of that unicorn we saw on the acceptance card. When we accept and allow, there is inherent magic, or at least what seems like magic to us, because we don't necessarily know how things are going to happen, right? How they're all going to work out. Okay, let's pull some more angel cards because we love our angel cards. We love our angel cards. Okay, I'm going to pull from this deck next. Mixing it up, just switching it up a little bit. We've still got a few more decks I'm going to pull from. I have so much fun on these shows. I hope you do too. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, what additional message wants to come through for everyone who views today's conversation or listens to it on podcast replay? Let's see. Allowing yourself to breathe into the flow, receive the expansiveness of what wants to come through. And we have here blessing in disguise. Ah, how perfect is that? Blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. Those twists and turns in the road. We resist and fight. We question, we doubt. We try to take a linear path, making things happen a certain way because they're supposed to, right? And yet we're not realizing that the twists and turns are a blessing in disguise, an answer to our prayer. We do not have all the foresight. As amazing as we are, as you are, we simply cannot see everything or know everything. And so when we truly just cannot see a reason of why we are to do something, and yet there is a knowing or there is a continued affirmation of I am to do this or that, when we allow ourselves to trust, we can receive that blessing in disguise, but only if we trust and take the action. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, I see we've got some more hearts here. Love it. And Helene is saying, my angel is laughing out loud at me every day. At you or with you, Helene? At you or with you? Okay, I believe that is all from this deck. Let's move on to our deck from Walking with Your Angels Daily Inspiration deck from Keith Leon S. And let's see what additional message wants to come through. Helene is saying, preach it, Kim O'Neill. Yeah, I know. I felt like I was kind of preaching there too. I'm letting it flow. Letting it flow. Okay, let's see here. It's always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Always, 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 always. So just a reminder, I absolutely encourage you to be tuning into what is your intuition telling you of what is for you and what is not for you, and allowing each one of those as you go, this message is for me, this one is not. Or simply saying, this one, I'm not so sure, and I'm maybe just going to allow. I'm going to be in the presence of this message and see what resonates. Those are all wins. Okay, this deck is wanting to all fall out of my hand. Okay, so I kindly ask that whatever cards want to come out land either on the desk or in my hand. Thank you, thank you. Okay, what message wants to come through? Oh my goodness. Look at that, y'all. Okay. What message wants to come through? Perfect. And this is one of my favorites. Archangel Michael. If you find yourself in fear or doubt, call on me, and I will fill you with inner strength. There is nothing you cannot accomplish. I am here to remind you that you are the light, you are the strength, and you have the infinite power. I am here to serve. Together, we will conquer any fear, doubt, or worry. Archangel Michael is so powerful. And if you were part of conversations from 2 weeks ago with oh goodness, come on, with Elias Raymer, we talked all about angels. And I love it because I was like, Elias, he didn't mention Archangel Michael. And he said, Archangel Michelle. Yes, he did. The angels' names can be said however I want to say that they come through for you. Even in this deck, in Keith's deck, Archangel Gabriel is referred to as Archangel Gabriel. And I love that. So, reminder, when in doubt, Archangel Michael can also be called on. Let's see if there's additional message from this deck that wants to come through. I see that, Helene. She says one wants to be on the floor. No, not today. We already have one on the floor. We're good. We're good. Okay, let's see here. And Joanne is saying, I just asked for Archangel Michael. There we go. Confirmation right there. Thank you for sharing that, Joanne. Appreciate that. Okay, what additional message? Helene, there you go. We got two on the floor right now. Okay, there they are. I'll take pictures of them and put them in the group. Okay, is there one more that wants to land right here on the table and I can speak to it? I can share it. There may not be. Come on, y'all. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. We can also simply say we sent some energy to that thought of one being on the floor, and therefore we manifested immediately that same experience. So that's another way to look at it. There's power in our words. And I'm just assessing here now. Do we want to pull? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to pull from some additional decks because I choose to. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So I'm going to pull from Angel Answers. I don't use this deck a whole lot, but it's got some cool, this deck can be pretty cool. So if you've been looking for an answer for something, let's, this is a great deck for that. Let's see what wants to come through. And so this is also an opportunity for you to literally ask a question right now to yourself and just sit, releasing attachment to any expected answer and simply sitting in the purity of the question, remaining open to receive an answer. Okay, what message wants to come through from this deck? We have be assertive. Be assertive. There we go again with owning your power. Be assertive. And look at all that light. Look at all that light around the angel. You are supported as you are in your power, as you are being aligned with your true self. We're not talking about power that's coming from an unhealthy place. We're talking about your power. That is your birthright to own. Okay, let's see if there's an additional message that wants to come through. Some people shuffle decks and it just amazes me how they shuffle them. So one day I hope to be like those people who go super fast. Okay, let's see. We have 2 cards that popped out. And so let's see. We have unlikely. So this may possibly be an answer to someone's question. You will know as you tune into your intuition. May or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. And we have the lovely abundance. Abundance. We love abundance, right? Look at that. And the girl is holding a bowl of coins that are just flowing down to her and then pouring out from her. Such lovely, beautiful, colorful abundance. I love it. Okay, moving on from this deck, we are now going to begin to wrap up with a postcard from Spirit. Oh, thank you, Alina. So, thank you, Alina. Thank you, Alina. Good to have you here. Okay, let's see what postcard from Spirit. Things are starting to get a bit much here. Okay. Okay, what message wants to come through for everyone who listens or views today's conversation? This will be our final card for today. What message wants to come through for everyone today? Okay, it's this one, but it didn't fully come out. So, but it's this one. So let's see here. Let's see. The front of it says, oh, and now I know why. Okay. It says, you are fierce. It says, you are fierce at the bottom there, and there is a dragon. You are fierce. Dearest you, there is only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people. But then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Loving you forever and ever. So today's ultimate, powerful, aligned message about flowing with the road, with your winding road, trusting that when it winds and doesn't remain the supposed linear experience you may have thought it was going to be, that when it winds, there is a gift within that. And as you release resistance, you get to receive that blessing in disguise. And I want to highlight that sometimes that blessing in disguise comes through you being assertive and owning your power. Trusting that you are being led to the answers that you have asked for. Because your truth is that you are fierce. So when I noticed that this card was the card, but it didn't fully want to come out, what that is saying to me is that there may be reluctance to fully being assertive, to fully owning your power, owning your light. Owning your light. I was talking to a coaching client recently, and she was saying, I'm no longer willing to do the humble brag. And I said, yeah, power to you. No longer willing to do the humble brag. Hold yourself back. Wait for something or someone else to give you permission to fully be you, to fully shine, to own your power. No one can make you own your power but you. And there can be certain people and experiences that you have that may feel like ish, but are also in support of you getting there. In support of you feeling one with yourself, tapping back in and aligning with your heart song. Because at the end of that is a massive celebration. You feeling in alignment with you, being in your power. Is that not a gift? That's a gift. That is a gift. You are lifetime after lifetime, a shining spirit, a beautiful light. And you will forever go on from experience to experience. That was the back of the card. Is it possible the blessing in disguise is the gift of yourself? There may be all these other things that we think we want in the world, and oh my goodness, the one gift you may realize you've been giving up or denying, disallowing, is it possibly your own connection to yourself, to your own truth? Are you your own blessing in disguise? Because through your own alignment, as you've allowed yourself to receive the expansive energy of the gift of your experience and the gift of you, gratitude and love and appreciation for who you've grown in the process. You get to experience more and more of your light in your own expansiveness. Okay. Whew. Because nature is expansive, right? Nature never ends. Nature just continues to grow and rebloom and have its experiences. Hello to May, if you are here with us as well. Good to see you, May. Oh goodness. Okay, scrolling back up, seeing some additional messages here. Alina, I love that. Just saw 111. Oh, you're welcome, May. May. You know what? And May, thank you. So May is saying, thank you, Kim. If you only knew, you are my psychiatrist. And May, so I appreciate that because that's just affirming how much I love this. And I appreciate the confirmation that this is of benefit to you. And I am simply a messenger. I am a messenger for you to receive those messages even more deeply. And I am certain that I am not the only messenger who is guiding you towards the messages that it came through today's conversation. And I'm grateful that I can be a messenger for you. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I receive that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you guys are awesome. Awesome. And look at this. We've spent an hour here together. So if you came into this conversation late, or towards the end, not late, right? You're always right on time. If you came into this conversation towards the end and you'd like to receive more of it, I did read an excerpt from Flow, The Beginning is Upon Us by Jessica Keats. And it's a wonderful passage that really speaks to allowing ourselves to be at ease, to let go, and to flow forward. Remember, we don't always know why. Because sometimes the why is that it's time to learn to have greater faith and trust. And so as you are receiving the messages and confirmations, whether it be through me or through some other outside messenger or just simply your own knowing, right? Your own hearing, your own receiving and seeing, maybe it's simply about now is the time for you to trust that. And what does that next action then look like? That can be your expression of trusting, right? Okay, I could go on and on. So I'm going to stop here. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm wishing you an amazing day. And if you have not yet joined the Let Your Light Shine movement, I want to remind you that you have an open invitation to do so. You are not meant to do a lifetime of humble brags. And shining your light is not about bragging. I simply use that as a phrase because we've heard that. We can identify with that. You being in alignment with you is a beautiful gift, not just for yourself, but for everyone else around you. Right? You've heard that before. I'm going to use moms as an example. There's this common theme with moms that, I'm supposed to, hear me out, put everyone else or put my children first, and therefore I become last. And what happens in that process? Then the mom whittles away. The mom then, isn't taking care of herself and then finds herself in resentment and things are going wrong with the mom. And the mom is the source of giving to the children, right? Well, what is the source for the mom? Being in her own alignment. So the more you can be in alignment with you and learn how to give and receive for you, stop denying that it's important to give to yourself, then you can be that greater gift for your children and a beautiful whole model for your children. And I use the mom simply as a metaphor for whoever it is that you give to, you speak to, you are a messenger for. And that's why you shine. You shine. So if you haven't yet, you have an open invitation to join the Let Your Light Shine movement. And you can go to bit.ly/Let Your Light Shine movement. You're a gift to the world. I thank you for being here today. We have another amazing guest later this week. And so I hope to see you here on Facebook or YouTube. And we've got another special show coming up. I haven't announced yet, and that'll be the following week. So have an amazing day, everybody. And you're so welcome. Bye, everybody. I'll see you again soon. And if you haven't yet given this video a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that wherever it is you're watching. Thank you. Bye.